So I've always had a love-hate relationship with New York City. I was born and raised here. I left to go to college. I moved away for 4 years, but I found myself right back here again. But now I've retired, and I'm wondering what's keeping me here? What's keeping me with the noise, the people, the crowds, the taxis, the dirt, the rats, the amount of money it takes to live here? But here's the thing, I'm a native New Yorker, and I realized that I complain about New York way too much. I've lived in New York City for most of my life. I know the good, the bad, and the absolutely ridiculous. But lately, I've been thinking about how much I actually complain. And I'm not talking about legitimate problems. New York City has plenty of those. I'm talking about the little thing, the crowds, the people, the traffic, the cost of everything. And I started wondering, what would happen if instead of focusing on what was wrong with New York City, I intentionally started focusing on what was right with the city? So I'm starting a personal challenge. I'm gonna spend the next 30 days without complaining about living in New York City. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that because I am a New Yorker. So while living in New York, I realized that I just need to change my perspective. And maybe that will help me look at things a little bit differently. I think I'm still gonna have issues with how rude people are. I'm still gonna have issues with how crowded it is. And I'm still gonna have issues with how expensive everything is. But I think if I just change my perspective, then I'll feel a little bit better. So I'm still trying to identify 3 things that I appreciate about New York. I know one of those things is definitely convenience. New York is really convenient because I can literally get anything that I need, whether it's a type of food. Woo! The pigeons here are like the people, rude. So I just left my house, and on the way to the elevator, I said, okay, today's gonna be the day when I don't complain about living in New York. But my neighbor has someone walking her dog, and her dog doesn't get along with my dog. And so I get on the elevator and her dog tries to attack me and then bites me. The dog walker is acting like he can't control the dog. Like he's gonna let the dog bite me again. I said, if the dog bites me again, I'm gonna hurt your dog. And I absolutely love dogs, but I'm not gonna get bit by a dog twice. I'm so happy that the dog only grabbed my jeans that I had on, but that could have been pretty bad. So me not complaining about living in New York will start now. So I'm starting all over again. I'm about to start driving, so wish me luck. And with all of the craziness that New York has to offer, it does have its pockets of peace. Excuse my neighbor who's arguing with herself. And one of these places is where I call home.